our RTI Threads player of the game is Molly Davis, and we could have went with a couple of different people, but she was
Molly.
Gabby Marshall was phenomenal. They got good production from Sydney Afalter tonight. What stood out most to you as it relates to the supporting cast of Caitlin?
I think, like we were kind of talking about a little bit before, when Gabby is able to be confident in her shot and she's able to produce from a three-point line, we're unstoppable in my mind. I feel like that is huge because, one, we know what she does for us on the defensive end. She's amazing. She guards their best players. And sometimes it's tough for her to transition to the offensive end on that. And I get that, especially being a former defensive stopper like she is. But her being able to do that opens up the floor tremendously for everyone to work, whether that is Kate Martin, whether that is Hannah Stokey in there. It opens up everything for that because Caitlin is going to Caitlin regardless. She's going to Caitlin. So having those other people step up is fantastic. Now, Mighty Molly, Headband Molly, I got to figure out something for her because she is a joy to watch. Because if you were just to see her at a supermarket, I don't think anybody would think that she is capable of doing what she is doing on the basketball court. And that is amazing and a credit to her. But seeing her be productive today, and she let it come easy. She didn't force anything. She didn't, try to make something. She let the game come to her and she took what the defense gave her. And it was productive and we needed it, especially during that stretch. I think she had maybe 3-4 buckets back to back, and that stretched our lead and gave us a comfortable feeling. And we just took off from there. So during that stretch, Molly was clutch.
Iowa didn't really make I'm waiting for the official box score from Iowa. Usually it pops up within 15 or 20 minutes following the game, but Iowa really didn't make many threes. I think Molly was the only one that had threes in the first quarter. Yeah. She had their only 2 threes. So this is a team that obviously got hot in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they live and die by the three because Caitlin can get it done anywhere and everywhere. And obviously when you have someone like Hannah Stolke who can work in the post, it changes things. But how important was it to see Molly hit a couple of threes in that first quarter?
I felt like that got her going. Her first bucket was a 3. And then she kind of continued with that confidence. Once you feel the ball go through the net, everything else kind of flows. And for her, that's exactly what she did today. And I think that also fueled her teammates because now it gives Caitlin more confidence so that when she goes to the basket, she's not trying to rush anything. She's not trying to create something through trees. She's able to find those open players because they're hot. They're going to knock it down. And if you saw that throughout the game, Caitlin was already in her mind, I'm going to drive and I'm passing. She knew ahead of time who she was going to pass for. She was creating a shot, not I'm going to go shoot and then I'm going to pass to the open person. She knew ahead of time, Gabby's in the corner. I'm going to drive right and I'm kicking it to her. She knew ahead of time. And that's always awesome. Like I said, we played an all around amazing game today from everybody.
Molly, 18 points, 2 of 4 from 3, 7 of 10 overall from the field, added 3 rebounds. Hi, Kashin, do you think the Iowa team is too small and NCAA tournament teams will be bigger?
It's an interesting question. It could be. I think that when you think about our starting lineup, right? I know we see Caitlin as the point guard and all that other stuff, but normal point guards for the most part are Molly's height. Baylor's got small guards. A lot of people have small guards. What might hurt us is the 4 position. For example, in LSU, they are playing Anissa Morrow at the 4 position. Who is guarding her for us?
Got to go zone, right?
Then you're going to have to figure out, now you're scheming because that's what's going to happen. We are going to have to scheme when we play teams like that. We can't just play straight up. It's impossible because Anissa Morrow is going to eat us alive one-on-one, right? She's a typical 4-player, athletic, back to the basket. She'll just shoot right over us. We will have problems, but that's where coaching comes into play. You've got to start scheming. You got to start picking up. For example, did anybody in America think that Iowa had a chance to get South Carolina?
Yeah, not many.
That was a scheming scout. And I will put my money on it that it was Jenny Fitzgerald, 100%. Okay, I will put my money on that she came up with that scale. But it's all about scheming, trying to figure out their weaknesses and trying to figure out how you exploit those weaknesses and cover up their strengths. So it becomes a scheming game at that part. But could it be a problem? Absolutely.